Once upon a time, in a bustling town, there lived a small but clever tailor. One morning, as he was eating his bread with jam, he was suddenly surrounded by a swarm of flies. Annoyed by their buzzing, the tailor took a piece of cloth and swatted at them, exclaiming, "7 at one blow." To his surprise, he had indeed killed 7 flies with a single strike. Proud of his feat, the tailor decided to make himself a belt with the words "7 at one blow" embroidered on it. He wanted everyone to know of his bravery, though he did not specify that the 7 were merely flies. Filled with a newfound sense of courage, the tailor decided to set out on a journey to seek his fortune. He packed a piece of cheese and a small bird that had been caught in a thicket, and with his belt proudly displayed, he set off on his adventure. As he traveled through the countryside, he came across a giant sitting under a tree. The giant, noticing the words on the tailor's belt, was intrigued and challenged the little man to prove his strength. The giant picked up a stone and squeezed it until water dripped out, then handed a stone to the tailor, challenging him to do the same. The clever tailor took out his piece of cheese and squeezed it until liquid oozed out, making the giant believe he had bested the challenge. Next, the giant threw a stone so high into the air that it was barely visible. The tailor, using his wit, released his bird, which flew high into the sky, never to return. The giant was once again impressed and began to think the little tailor might be a worthy companion. Determined to test the tailor further, the giant led him to a mighty oak tree and challenged him to help carry it. The tailor, knowing his strength was no match for the giant's, suggested that he take the branches and leaves while the giant carried the trunk. As they walked, the tailor merely sat on a branch, letting the giant bear the entire weight. After carrying the tree for a while, the giant became exhausted and realized that the tailor was far cleverer than he appeared. Impressed by his cunning, the giant invited the tailor to stay with him and his giant brothers. Word of the tailor's bravery and cleverness soon spread, reaching the ears of a nearby king. The king, who had been troubled by 2 fearsome giants terrorizing his kingdom, summoned the tailor. He promised that if the tailor could rid the land of these giants, he would receive half the kingdom and the hand of the princess in marriage. The tailor, eager for such a reward, agreed. He set out to find the giants, using his wits to devise a plan. He discovered the giants sleeping under a tree and threw stones at them, making each think the other was attacking. The giants, in their confusion, began to fight each other until they both lay defeated. The tailor returned to the king, triumphant and ready to claim his reward. The king, true to his word, offered the tailor half his kingdom and the hand of his beautiful daughter. The princess, initially reluctant, was impressed by the tailor's bravery and wit. Their wedding was a grand celebration, attended by people from all corners of the kingdom. The tailor, now a prince, ruled wisely and justly, always relying on his cleverness and courage to overcome any challenge. As time passed, the tailor proved to be a wise and fair ruler. He used his wit to solve disputes and his courage to defend the kingdom. The people grew to love and respect him, not just for his cleverness, but also for his kindness and humility. The tailor's adventures became legendary, and his story was told and retold throughout the land. He and the princess lived happily ever after, their reign marked by peace and prosperity.